Clay and I both immediately honed in on this. This was a moment where a question got asked that, well, here's what Biden said about his reaching out to China one way or the other. Listen.
If I could follow up, sir, are you urging China to help isolate Russia? Are you urging China to help isolate Russia?
I'm not prepared to comment on that at the moment.
Not prepared to comment on that at the moment. You would think that that's a pretty straightforward, yes, I'm urging them to. So now we don't want to read too much into this, but it does seem noteworthy, Clay, that he felt like he didn't want to show his hand on this. Certainly worth noting as well, the entire world effectively has been trying to sanction North Korea into compliance, into submission for a very long time. It does not work. I mean, we have leverage, but it has not brought about the desired result. And the reason for that is China. China allows North Korea. China could shut down North Korea effectively tomorrow, could make the country economically effectively null. I mean, it could annihilate it if it wanted to economically, but they don't. Russia has an outlet here to China during the sanctions phase, and that could be very important going forward.
I think this is maybe the most fascinating bit of news we have gotten from the White House specifically. Now, there wasn't any question about Taiwan or concern there, but when you consider Biden's address, where he made it so paramount, the number of people that he was interacting with around the world. I mean, they're making a big deal of the fact that the sanctions are taking place in the euro, in the dollar, in the yen, in all of the major currencies of the world. He talked certainly about the NATO commitments. I believe he mentioned Japan and Korea specifically, South Korea, obviously. And so China was notable for its omission. That was a very good question that was asked. And it doesn't really make any sense, the answer that Biden gave, if things are going well with China right now, because there shouldn't be any reason why that would be classified information. You would think that the United States would want China to bring whatever power it has to bear on Russia too. And if there is some sort of alliance behind the scenes between China and Russia, it makes it more likely also that we get a Taiwan impact. But this would also, Buck, mean that the power of the sanctions, if they're not involving the second biggest economy in the world, well, you're creating a new axis of Russian power where, in theory, if they can't sell their assets to Europe or the United States or any of those allied democratic countries, there's a big marketplace in China where these two countries could be able to interact. So I thought by far that's a big story. We need to know more about what's going on right now between the United States, China, and Russia as part of that tripartite relationship. President Biden said today in his statement, Buck, no one expected the sanctions to prevent anything from happening. That was Biden today. This was Vice President Kamala Harris on Sunday. The purpose of the sanctions has always been and continues to be deterrence. So it's good that the president and the vice president have got their decision made as to what the purpose of sanctions are. But my goodness, what absurdity. I saw this and I kind of laughed, but I'm not that happy that this is the brain trust duality that we have trying to lead us right now.
Well, Clay, I think you're forgetting it is time to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day.
I almost choked. That's it for people out there that's a quote from Kamala Harris. We need to have that always ready.
That was top tier Kamala Harris stuff right there.
We need to have that one ready all the time. That is ridiculous.